site. Plopped it here, and I should. That's okay. Sharing. No, there we go. Okay, so now we are live, and pop out the chat here. I'm gonna see chats. I see Kay and Cleric are there. Okay. Perfect. Awesome. I think I have it right. Oh, look at that. Oh, beautiful players. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Stalwart Initiative. And we're back for our Friday community games. Typically community one-shots, but now we're back. It's probably been, I dare say, a year and a half, 2 years since we've done a community campaign. And we have all these wonderful, awesome people who have been here for one-shots and campaigns. And we have, we're here with our second episode of our small campaign, Dark Tides of Bilgewater. And it's based off of the content provided by D&D Beyond with the same name, Dark Tides of Bilgewater. And they gave us 3 new subclasses. They gave us a little bit on the setting, which I've already pretty familiar with. I played League of Legends for quite a few years, and now this slightly inspired me to start playing again. But now they've been coming out with a lot of new lore, and they have this new game, Legends of Runeterra, which is why they're putting this stuff out to promote their new game. Makes sense. And we get to play test all the stuff in a great world, and I'm excited to do so. And as you can see, we are joined by another fantastic individual. Strider's here with us this week, and I'm excited to see Cammy get integrated into this fiasco. And strange things might happen. It's a pirate town. Strange things do happen already. We've already had a bar fight and a murder. That happened right away. So just another day. And
murder. I think well.
Yeah, it's true. It was kind of consensual
Self-defense. Fight. It was self-defense. Yeah, I mean
predetermined, pre-agreed upon fight to the death.
Yes.
Yeah, pre-agreed upon by one party, fight to the death. Absolutely.
By one party.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Absolutely. Oh, there's a fight to the death part was kind of that mumbling afterwards, and that's he didn't read the fine print. Oops. So let us go around and meet everybody, and then we'll get started. We'll catch back up. So Ian, can you introduce Tannen to us today, please? You're muted. You're muted, my friend. Mute.
You're good.
Awesome.
There we go. Awesome.
So, hey everybody, welcome to second episode of this community campaign we're running. Tannen, for those of you just tuning in, is kind of a grizzled card shark / gambler who spent the majority of his life gambling, kind of chasing after the thrill of just that one perfect moment of winning a full hand of cards, of beating a table at dice, etc., etc. He's kind of a thrill seeker, but in this group, seeing as he's kind of the older one of the bunch, he also has a softer side to him. He watches out for the group and makes sure that their hijinks kind of don't go too off the rails. Very interested in money, however, kind of befitting of a pirate who's not known anything else his whole life. Physically, he kind of looks like a hobgoblin. Instead of being red and orange, though, he has a more greenish tint to his skin. Very long beard, braided into a braid. And just looks like a guy who's been at sea for maybe a little bit too long. Yeah, but you know what they say. Be wary of people who are old in professions where people don't tend to live that. That's 10 in a nutshell.
Very wise advice.
No, Kyle's muted.
There we go. Yep. Oh, thankfully it jutted this giant message at me. Hey, asshole, you're still muted. So yeah, very wise advice, especially for in the pirate life, where if you're living this long and doing your thing, some shit's probably weird. But you know what's not weird, and you know who should live a long and happy life doing their thing, is Jillian/Bryony. Jillian, can you introduce yourself and Bryony to us today, please?
Hi, I'm Jillian. Jillian of Midgard, most places on the internet. Jill of Midgard on Twitter. I'm playing Bryony. She's a half-orc barbarian, path of the something depths. Yes, I remembered. And so, path of the depths, and she's seen some things, and most of the things she's seen, you would not want to see yourself. So there's a little bit of an unsettling nature that surrounds her. She has kind of a spaz mentality, but the more you get to know her, the more you think maybe it's a fugue state instead. So she's here. She's the barnacle that just attaches herself to whoever she can, and hopefully she doesn't get dislodged and has to be out on her own, and because that would be terrible. So we'll see how it goes today.
Oh, dislodged barnacles. They are rough. They are rough.
Yeah.
But
Terrible.
they're part of life, and, you know, barnacles are a good thing, and they should be attached to many good facets to our life. Such as a good facet that is Strider. Strider, you are a good facet of our life. Can you introduce yourself and Cammy to us for the first time here today?
Oh, thank you. I like being a facet. My name's Strider. I am super honored to be able to be here and play in this campaign. Tonight I am playing Cammy. Cammy is a lady surgeon for a pirate crew, and she's one of those enigmatic individuals who could be anywhere between a really haggard, like 20 years old, to a smooth, well-kept, mid-50s, and there's just no telling. She could be anywhere in between. Her skin is as white as alabaster. The circles under her eyes are black as pitch. She wears a very formal black caged dress that she has not taken off for 6 years, and any tears or fabric that gets ripped out of it, she replaces and patches up with whatever brightest, most gaudy, fluorescent, awful fabrics she can get her hands on. Her hair could best be described as a bird's nest of blonde, with a tiny little top hat on it.
Tiny little top hat. I love that. I just trying to picture the sea crusted blonde hair with the tiny little top hat on. Love it. PHK, thank you so much, and welcome, and everyone, welcome. Wow, awesome people here today in chat. Yes, I'm excited to meet Cammy, and I'm very excited to see her integration into this. And hopefully she can handle the amount of seaworthy sass that is permeating off of Bonnie. Kat, can you introduce yourself and Bonnie to us today, please?
Bonnie is a true Bonnie lass. She has long curly red hair that she keeps pulled back into a loose braid, green eyes, generous everything, and is more than likely to be spilling out of whatever top she's wearing. She also carries a big ass gun that she calls the little lady, and is here to get into to brawl and to kiss everybody and to drink. And if we go pirating, well, that's just the bonus.
It's Bonnie and her many tabs across the city, so hopefully.
Yes, Bonnie has open tabs in half a dozen different taverns in every town that she's ever been in, and we're currently drinking at the Brazen Hydra because she. It's been a while since she's been with us, so she has to rotate through the different taverns and.
So clear your. Well, actually, I mean, you actually had your tab diminished a lot here
Yeah.
at the Brazen Hydra because of all your deeds last time and getting rid of
Took
the
40
ruffians.
gold off of it.
Yeah, and yeah,
Cut
you
it in
all-
half.
It was yeah, that's a lot of drinking if you think about it. That's a shitload of drinking. Awesome. So thank you everybody for joining us, and let us begin. So last week we started off with the crew of the Squall Eater. No, Squall Carver. My apologies. The Squall Carver is most of the crew stayed on, but as the four of you and a small yordle named Rumble got off of the Squall Carver, you turn back to see and hear your captain, Captain Carver, die right before your eyes as the first mate came up and stabbed him in the back and pushed him overboard. Before everybody else got off the boat, they pulled up the gangplank and they rolled the fuck out of Bilgewater, and they're gone. Now, of course, Bonnie, was it Bonnie who dove in? I think it was Bonnie who dove in.
Mhm.
Yeah, Bonnie who dove in to well, I mean, maybe to the onlookers, it might have been to help the captain who might not have been dead, but Bonnie managed to line her pockets with whatever the captain had in his pockets. And they pulled the bodies ashore. And one thing that we didn't make clear, because this is a few days after the party's been stranded here in Bilgewater, is that there's a part of Bilgewater that is called the White Wharf. And in the White Wharf, it's like their graveyard. It is it's a part that's kind of set aside from Bilgewater proper. And it's what they do is they put the dead body, those who die in Bilgewater, they bury them at sea, and they weight them down, and they tie a chain or a rope to a buoy that represents their gravestone. And they call it White Wharf because of the seagulls who perch and shit all over these buoys, and making them all completely covered in white. And so if you were to find any dead folk in Bilgewater, you would find them at White Wharf in the water and attached to the bottom of these buoys. So it is a entire part of the sea that has a bunch of buoys with bird shit all over them, chilling out in the water. That's White Wharf. So nobody really goes there to hang out or anything. It's, and the reverence is not that great because you can't just walk over to the gravestone and, pay your respects. But that is where Captain Carver has found himself, amongst many others. Okay, let us begin. So last week the party helped the balls. Too many sets of notes. Oh no! Wait, where did I write it? Oh, here we go. Ah, victory. So I have notes. I have notes. I have notes, and then I have a WordPad of notes on the computer. Notes. Did I mention notes? Okay, I'm glad I did. So our party was at the Brazen Hydra, catching up on some low quality, low grade but cheap brew down in Rat Town, which is the district of Bilgewater for the poor people or just the regular folk rolling through. Typically cheap lodging, cheap booze. You can find yourself some gambling down there, but it is the lower part of Bilgewater down towards the water. And our party had cleared up a situation at the Brazen Hydra. And they had cleared it up for... what was his effing name? Awesome. It's great when you have 9 sets of notes and you don't know which one you wrote shit down on. Bilgewater notes. Horvin Beck. There we go. Yay!
I was just going to say, are you talking about Horvin?
Yes. So Horvin Beck, the owner of the Brazen Hydra, asked you to get rid of these 2 creatures who are called Ironsides. And they're essentially like really roided up turtles with hardened skin. They have plating on their skin similar to their shells. So they're pretty tanky and big, but otherwise our party handled them pretty swiftly. Unfortunately, during the battle, they tend to carry these small cannons that they sling around their side, and these cannons have harpoons in them. And one of them shot a harpoon into Tannen's leg and began to try to yank Tannen across the bar, and a little scorpion style get over here. and Tannen managed to resist and hold on for their life, and then they were able to release the chain and hook and the harpoon from his leg, but there is still a wound there, and everyone took a break to gather up, to grab a few ales. Bonnie had a little bit of quiet time, a little kissy with her friend Liza, who works at the Brazen Hydra, and after that, or I should say, in the middle of the fight, the only other person they know that escaped the ship, the Squall Carver, was a Yordle, which Yordles are roughly the size of gnomes, and sometimes they look like gnomes with bluish skin. Sometimes they look fuzzy. They're fuzzy like that's what everybody else like Mogwai. They have the pointy ears and they're fuzzy. To catch everybody else up, I'll put a picture on stream of a very fuzzy picture because I didn't want to divulge too much of Rumble. So that's what Rumble looks like, the Yordle that's traveling with our party, and fuzzy blue fur and mischievous little fella. He's trying to be a pirate. Bonnie's corrupting him, trying to get him to drink, and he kind of looks up to Bryony as a please protect me and keep me. You are scary, but far more appealing than these pirate folk, which he does not trust, and he seems to trust all of you pretty well. But he was a passenger on the Squall Carver, and not part of the crew. You're supposed to bring him to Piltover, which is a city of progress, a city of invention and stuff like that. But it's pretty far away from here. And since your layover is kind of permanent at the moment, he's freaking out because the crew took off with his cargo. He doesn't have his cargo. He doesn't have much money. And he's kind of come to you for help. He says, look, I've spent my money on parts that I need to help me, and these big people, pretty much told me to fuck off, and they don't want to give me my stuff. So he's asking you. He said, look, I'll pay you lots of money once we get to Piltover, but please, I need these to help me, and I'm out of money. I've paid it all for these things that they're not giving me. And that's kind of where we left off last week, right? Anybody have anything else to add? Any important points for your characters that we need to add before we get started? No? Okay. Let us start today. So we are still in the Brazen Hydra, right? We're having a few drinks, having a few laughs. Hopefully not too much at Tannen's expense, as Liza has done a wonderful job taking a dirty rag that she cleaned tables off with to put a pressure dressing on his wound, and I'm sure it's not going to get infected. That would never happen. Liza's a trained medical professional, bar wench kind of gal, and we're all.
She's more of the kiss it and make it better variety of healer, though.
True, but she didn't want to kiss it and make it better in front of you. That's tacky. She just wanted to use the bar rag for Tannen. Maybe for you. I mean, maybe for you she would kiss me better. But that's what we'll start off today. Everybody have a long rest. We're hanging out at the Brazen Hydra. Horvin? Damn it! Now I gotta look up my notes again. Horvin. There we go. Horvin is glad to have you around, at least for now, in case the other Ironside that you didn't kill. I think it was McGregor. Yeah, you didn't kill McGregor. You killed Connor, but you didn't kill McGregor. And McGregor has carried his brother off to bury him at sea, presumably. We'll see. But we're all at the Brazen Hydra. Everybody's having drinks. The place is starting to fill up a little bit. Horvin and a few members of his staff have come out and tried to do what they can to put the tables and chairs back together that everybody smashed during the fight. And for the three of you that are right there, what would you like to do?
Well, I mean, darling, we'll be happy to go take care of this. We'll go take it, but we really need to take care of Tannen first. I mean, trails of blood, limping, just kind of ruins the vibe.
Not for nothing, but harpoon through the leg ain't something I'm gonna sleep off. And if we're gonna go have a nice little chat with who was it you said you bought? If we're gonna have a chat with Kiln down at the docks, I feel like I want both legs at, top efficiency for that.
Rumble looks up at you. Yeah, I completely understand. We got to take care of you. I'm not a doctor, but it looks pretty bad, and I didn't see her put anything on the rag that would help that. Don't mean to. He looks around to make sure Liza's not staring. I don't think it's gonna heal that way, sir.
Bilgewater ain't big on what you'd call medicinal practices, but there's always someone who knows someone else. And Tannen is going to look at Bonnie, kind of we know that Cammy is someone we've talked to and worked with before, but Tannen isn't the type to kind of keep track of people who aren't his immediate circle. So it's kind of a look of Bonnie, you know where someone might be to help me with this?
Is Cammy actually in the Hydra at the moment?
We'll say not at the moment, but you are aware that she that she stays at one of the, and pretty much runs her on the side, on their side medical care, down at one of the flop houses right here in Rat Town. So she's not very far away. You're muted.
Am I?
You weren't? Oh.
I
Okay.
heard.
Oh, all that came across mine was... Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good now. You're good.
So she's gonna. Are there any other people working the bar besides Liza and Horvin?
There are two other gentlemen, two other men. One is a lot younger, like 19 years old, and one is probably 65. And yeah, they're just kind of putting chairs and tables together right now, haphazardly.
She's gonna go grab the 19-year-old, put an arm around him, and go, "Darling, be a dear. Go down to the flop house. Go find Cammy and bring her back. And there's something in it for you when you do."
Ma'am, he looks over at Horvin. Horvin probably looks like he caught most of that, because gotta keep an ear out. Waves off, and the young person who his name is, let's throw a totally fantasy name of Kevin out there because that makes sense. The young busboy Kevin runs down, leaves the elderly man to work on the tables, and 65's not elderly. I don't care what people say. Sorry to put it that way, but leaves the older helper there and runs down to the flop houses. And the flop houses is actually an area in Rat Town, but there is one flop house that stands above the others as being the most popular, as being the most reputable, and that is called the Raiders Hold. And the Raiders Hold, Cammy, is where you're at currently. You've made an agreement there's an elderly captain lady here who's known as, her name is Brianna Zill, and she is one of the most well-known figures in Bilgewater. Mainly because she has a huge bounty on her head. She owns this flop house, very great rates, very cool place if you're a pirate and you want to come lay your head for cheap and have discretionary, little meetings and all that kind of stuff. She has a very high bounty on her head, but no one seems to want to collect on this bounty. And Cammy, you above all the rest would know, with your dealings with Brianna, is that she likes to collect favors. That is her thing. Favors as a debt. She's willing to, you need a place to stay and you don't have any money? I got you. I got you. As long as you need. I'll keep track, but I got you. So she is so many people in Bilgewater in debt to her. And we can say that either you are, it's up to you, either you are in debt to her, or you're just here and you have a relationship with her that offers you a close connection to her that most don't have.
All right. Cammy definitely thinks she's indebted. Maybe her labors and, what medical services she's been able to provide have more than paid off what debt she owes. But if someone's actually being nice to her, she just feels very, very indebted to them.
Okay. Yeah. But she's, Brianna's not, she's not too abrasive, at least not to people's faces. She tends to operate on a very passive-aggressive kind of level, and that's very easy to do when you have so many people that owe you so much that is not monetary. But yeah, she's retired, she's out of the pirate game, and she's getting up in her years, but she is definitely a formidable force. And as you will say that you don't really have that regular of visits with her or that much time because she's a busy gal. She's got a lot of things going on. But she allows you to operate an impromptu. What would you like to be? Like a doctor's office or a surgery center? What would you like to run out of your room at Cammy's at the what's it called? The Raiders Hold.
It may be called the Raiders Hold Surgery Center, but it looks more like a tarp that has been set up over a little, back exit.
Sure.
With a mattress thrown on the ground and tools of the trade, bone saws and rusty syringes just laying about.
Nice. So totally sanitary. So as you're out there, we'll say that you're just pulling the gloves off. You just got done replacing somebody's foot with a. Well, we don't have. Let's make it more interesting than a peg leg. Let's say you're a little bit beyond that. Your talents are a little beyond just replacing with wooden limbs. We'll say that you've recently been to the city of Zon. And Zon has, like Piltover, is a city of invention, and although it's a little darker. So you've been to more seedy places during your travels. But in Zon, they have a lot of artificial limbs that are more functional. They're almost, they're not quite steam tech, but they do have hex tech stuff, which is like magitech almost sort of stuff. But this one is a base model of it's a functional foot. You had to cut up a little high, so it's like an ankle and foot. So they will be able to move and bend it. They just won't be able to wiggle each toe and all that shit. So they do have a foot that will fit in a boot, and it is made of metal and gears. And though you might not know the intricacies of the metal and gears part, you do know how to cut a leg off and attach this thing. So you just got done doing that this morning. Let you roll for your money because everybody else rolled to see how much money they had. Does anyone remember the base of what we had for money?
Was it like 5 D20s?
What? It was
Yeah.
I thought it was 4 D20s, except for Bonnie because she stole off the captain.
Okay.
Right.
4 D20s, but there was a minimum too. I think there was. All right, we're gonna put it 10 gold pieces plus 4 D20, and that's how much you have available right now. So you can go ahead and roll that with dice. Oh shit, that's right. We're pulling out physical dice. Kay, it's so good to see you. I really hope he doesn't curse your dice. Was I not supposed to bring that up?
As far as cursed dice are concerned, the first one's a nat 1.
Oh, good. Maybe you'll get it out of the
Whoops.
way now.
I got 2 in a row. I'm not kidding. Oh my god.
Oh, no.
15. Much better.
Oh God.
2. 1, 1, 2, 4, 15, 19. 19 plus 10, 29.
Okay, you're gonna have to burn those when he's done.
Well, look at it this way. Maybe he's getting it out of the way right now so that you don't have to worry about it. Okay. So you said 29 total, right? That's
Yep.
how much gold you have on you right now. A lot of, we're going to say for simplicity's sake, that all operations here in Bilgewater are going to go off a gold gold serpents, and usually it's gold serpents, silver serpents. There's some different denominations here in this world, but we're gonna say everything goes off gold serpents. And yeah, you have 29 gold serpents, which is not a lot, because we'll say beers are a 1 serpent, meals are 2 serpents. So you're fine. You're fine financially right now, but you could really use some more, especially if you ever plan on leaving this place. You know, this is a nice little gig. You got a solid gig here, but if you want to move up in the world, you might need more money to do so. As you're pondering this question, you're taking off your gloves and you're throwing them on the table to use again, because why sterilize? A young boy, which you recognize as Kevin from the Brazen Hydra, it's a nobody. He's a busboy at a bar that you frequent. Comes through the Raiders hold and out the back door, and like looks up at your tarp and looks over at the person who is like whimpering after surgery. Over on a really shoddy looking gurney, and that you performed the surgery on, out in the open, not in a sterile field or anything. And yeah, Kevin comes up, sir, or I'm sorry, jeez, ma'am, Cammy, ma'am.
Cammy, that's my name, and oh, hello. Who are you? Wait, I know you. You are Kevy, right?
Kevin, ma'am, yes. I work for Horvin. Hi.
Kevy, come here. I have the coolest thing to show you.
Okay.
Come on, come here.
Slowly, like, takes a few steps, and then takes a few steps, and walks towards you, and he's very huddled up. He's very nervous. He walks towards you, and he's, like, looking over your shoulder, trying to see what you're doing or what you're going to show him. And
Cammy gets down on her haunches to the best of her ability in her big, like, cage skirt, and she starts poking on the prosthetic foot. Zon, woes be gone. It's a magic foot.
Very magical, ma'am, yes. I see.
That'll teach him to toe the line.
Where... Is that the foot laying over there? The old one?
Oh, yes, I've got a tentative foothold on it. Not quite sure what to do with it yet.
Oh. Okay, Hmm? And he starts, like, driving a little bit. Ma'am, I'm sorry. Mr. Tannen, down at the Brazen Hydra, asked if, actually, it was Miss Bonnie, but, Mr. Tannen down at the Brazen Hydra is very injured, and Miss Bonnie wanted to know if you would come down.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute. Brazen Hydra? Bonnie? I've not seen Bonnie in... What are we doing waiting here? Come on. Scram, shoo, Kevy.
Aren't you gonna look... He's like pointing back at the patient who is, laying on the bed. Aren't you gonna take care of the... okay. Yes, ma'am.
Right. Sir, take one of these. You'll be feeling right as rain. And by that, I mean you'll be floating in the clouds.
What is this? It's kind of examining the pill as you're walking away. What is this? And the person throws it in their mouth as you walk away.
Don't chew it. It tastes like food.
Dry swallows that shit. And you walk in through the Raiders hold, and you Kevin walks you down the boardwalk to the Brazen Hydra. We'll zoom out or zoom in as Cammy is entering the entrance of the Brazen Hydra. And Cammy, did you bring anything with you?
She'll have her little portable satchel. There's some scalpels and a bone saw in there.
Ooh, nice.
Many a vial of numbing substances, maybe for her.
Sure. And yeah, guys, just to give you a heads up, if there's anything that you would normally have, I mean, it's a pretty short campaign, so there's not going to be a whole lot of acquisition involved. If there's anything you would normally have in character, I'll just roll with it. So, like numbing vials, if you want to use numbing vials in a scenario, you got it. You know, we're just going to go with it. Just to give you a heads up. So I'm not going to, not going to nitpick on what you have on you. Okay, so Cammy walks in the door. Bonnie, you see Cammy walk in the door as you're patiently waiting for them to arrive.
As soon as Cammy walks in, Tannen's face, like, he'd probably been talking to Bryony or Rumble, and then he looks as Cammy comes in, and his face just goes, oh.
Tammy, darling,
Bonnie! Bonnie, 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 Bonnie.
I've missed you. Where have you been? We haven't gone drinking in forever.
Bonnie's gonna run over, and if there is a vacant place on Bonnie's lap, she's gonna plop down in it.
Bonnie puts her arms around her and kisses her on the cheek. Cammy, I need your help.
She's
Tannen?
going to...
Go ahead.
Okay, go ahead. Okay. Cammy's gonna start crooning. My Bonnie doesn't lie over the ocean. My Bonnie lies right here next to me. My Bonnie is really quite pretty. I hope she plants another one on me.
Oh, you flatterer. And she will kiss the cheek that's proffered and then say, but I did ask you here for a reason, darling. Tannen took a
Business.
harpoon to the knee.
Oh, goodness, you're getting blood all over the mahogany.
I don't think that's mahogany. I think that's a beer stain.
Oh.
Harvin yells, whatever! Let it be mahogany, damn it.
It's okay.
You
I'll
can't
have
afford
something-
mahogany.
I will have something that fixes him up, feeling him right as rain. Tan Man, how are you? It's been forever.
It has. Now, Cammy, this, I still want to keep the leg after this, just so we're clear.
Oh. She's putting her bone saw away. Well, the place is called after a hydra. It's named after a hydra. I figured I could just cut it off and 2 more would grow back where it was.
Not what I want to be known as three-legged Tannen for.
What do you want to be known for? Because I was thinking about you the other day, and your name, it's so fitting. You're so tan. How did your parents know when they named you that you were going to be tan? Why didn't they call you Palin or Sailing? You're a sailor. You could be sailing.
Bonnie, are you sure Cammy was the best choice for this?
She's the only choice, remember?
Look, lass, I just need to be patched up. We can save the life story for later.
Oh, lass, you know how to make a woman feel like a little girl. Okay. What do we want to do with it then?
So, to reiterate, want to keep the leg, and at that he literally takes his leg and just plops it on the table as best as he can. This area, you know, where the blood is, I don't care what you do, just fix it. We got
Okay.
things to do, people to see.
I won't make it better, but I'll fix up the old. I don't think that's medical grade, sweetie. Let me take a look at it.
Tannen is going to kind of help as best as he can to take the bandage off. He's a little wary of Cammy, just because her reputation precedes her.
Sure, yeah. Get the job done, whether it's extra parts or less parts. She gets shit done. But yeah, it's hard to tell. It's a little different reputation when your leg's on the line. Cammy, can you make a medicine check for me, please?
I certainly can. Cammy is taking the wrapping off of the leg and examining it. She sniffs it and puts it to her tongue. Tastes like port and brandy. You're gonna need harder spirits than that to sanitize.
Wasn't much time between the harpoon going in, giant turtle thing, just doing as best as we can.
I did not roll a nat 20, but I did roll a mod 20.
Okay. Um, you can smell it. You're super familiar with this. This is an early stages of what will inevitably onset as infection. The slight bitterness of the smell on top of the alcohol that was on the rag that was used to bind the wound. Um, it's good that they put a pressure dressing on it. It helps stem and helps the blood clot there. Unfortunately, it was not sterilized, so there was a lot of pressure putting the bacteria into the wound, and yeah, it will more than likely fester in a few days, but it's pretty early, so there's a safe bet that if you provide medical attention and or magic, that this will heal mostly just fine. Might be a little scar there, where the insertion was, but it should heal just fine.
Oh, goodness, Ten. If you didn't have someone look at this, they're going to have to chop it off.
Would I look bad with a peg?
Oh, have you heard of Zon? They have all kinds of special legs and arms and all kinds of things there now. They can
Nah.
move the ankles.
Skip it. Rather have something natural than whatever it is those, let's just say Zon and, I don't have the best of relationships.
All right, all natural. Call me Miss Homeopathic.
But are you gonna have to cut it off?
No. If the skin develops any necrosis, I'll put some maggots in there to eat away at the dead stuff. But as for right now, I think it should be fine.
Okay, just is that it?
A poke and prod a bit.
All right. What? Just warn me whatever you're gonna do so I can brace myself. And Tannen is going to grab like the nearest cup of ale and just kind of be like waiting to see what happens. He's been stitched up professionally and not so professionally before, but never for something of like the magnitude of a harpoon going straight through the leg, and then Bryony, bless her heart, grabbing it and ripping it out the opposite way. Yeah.
Yes, that was a moment of tender, oh shit, moment. Okay.
Bonnie's going to pluck that mug from Tannen's hand and substitute it with a bottle of rum.
That'll do, lass. That'll do.
Have a swig of
the
that.
rum. Well, yeah, that's it. He's just gonna take the rum. Sorry.
Okay. You take the rum and Bryony, catch me up here. What experiences have you had since you're a Path of the Depths barbarian? What experiences have you had under the sea? Like, what have you done that has really connected you with being under the sea? Because I know that you are you can breathe water, you can swim with your walking speed and stuff. So you've had some kind of connection with the sea. Just curious on what that is.
So she doesn't fully recall everything, and when she starts to, she suppresses it. But it has something to do with the feeling of having something brush against your ankle while you're swimming and you not quite knowing what it is, and maybe it's just some bubbles, and maybe it's just a piece of seaweed, but maybe that seaweed is going to wrap around your ankle and pull you down, 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 down until it's so cold that you can't even breathe anymore. And the absence of breathing isn't quite drowning, but it's not quite not drowning. And so whenever this whole situation has been going on back and forth medical, it's been just slowly getting colder and colder around Bryony, and you guys start to kind of feel that coldness. and you can see her. She's just been looking out at the sea and not saying anything for quite a long time. You think that maybe there was a shipwreck involved, maybe some drowning individuals that were part of her family, but it's hard to say because she doesn't really talk about it.
Okay.
And so right now she's kind of in a catatonic state because whenever nothing is going on to draw her attention directly, she'll just kind of find the ocean and look at it, and her eyes get blacker and blacker and blacker.
Okay. Yeah, I was wondering. Okay, so I was curious, mainly because how is she handling this, and especially with blood, because I would assume that Bryony can smell blood a little better than most.
Blood and the ocean smell the exact same way to her.
Okay, yeah, so it's a very familiar thing. Doesn't phase you at all, but yet something easy to register in your brain. Because if you can smell blood underwater, you can definitely smell it. You can definitely smell it up here very easily. As this is going on around you, Cammy is prodding and examining Tannen's wound, and it's being unwrapped, and it's all going on around you. You can notice it in your periphery, but like you said, you're staring off into the ocean and to something else, to some other time, some other place, and yeah. Okay, very good. Just wanted to catch up on her motivations with the sea. Awesome. So Liza comes over and asks all of you, would you like me to fetch you another rag? I can do that.
Let's see. I'm gonna need 2 bottles, one for his leg and one for me.
Make that 3 bottles. 2 for me, 1 for the leg.
Sure. What would you like me? What do you need for the healing?
Whatever you have that's strong and clear. I don't want anything dark.
Okay.
I'm feeling there's a draft all of a sudden. I don't know. Am I close to death? Don't tell me I'm close to death. Just give me something warm.
Stay away from the light unless it's good healing light. Then jump into it.
Don't see my parents. Don't see my ancestors. So either I'm not drunk enough or I'm not dying. So Liza, just get me whatever's warmest and hardest that you have on the menu today.
Warm, hard, and clear. You got it. Okay, sure.
The same for me, but make sure it's a drink and not a man.
Okay, clear, man. Wait. Okay, yeah, drinks. Okay, I got I got everybody. Bonnie, dear, do you want anything? She kind of blushes a little bit. Do you want anything?
I think Bonnie's already helped herself to probably somebody's bottle. Not at this table. She's kind of reached over and snagged one, and has been drinking out of it. No, darling, I'm fine. Bryony, you're doing it again, sweetheart. You're doing it again.
Getting a little bit warmer around, and the air starts to warm up a little bit. Are we fighting again?
Not yet.
For my sword. Oh.
No, not yet.
No, lass, was that you?
Hmm?
The chill in the air.
It's always chilly, isn't it?
Which you all would know here at Bilgewater. No, it's never. Other than like the cool island breeze of the evening, it's never over, or it's never under like 70 degrees here.
Bryony's background for her character is the haunted one. Part of that comes with the people that are generally uneased and will just kind of like give her things because they're a little scared. So I'm assuming that's one of the staff here has probably just kind of put food and drinks in front of her without even asking, just to kind of appease her. And so she just kind of picks up like a piece of meat and starts eating it.
Yeah, you start eating it. It's been there for a while. They set it here, and you just kind of zoned out, and it's been here for 20 minutes, 25 minutes, and
Yeah.
you passively take off. Okay, Liza
We
comes
could put
back.
you.
Oh, go, no, good, dear. Go, good. No, that's fine.
Tannen, we could put you in a barrel and roll you down to the docks so that you can stay off your leg.
You're still muted. Right. Oh, okay, no, you're not muted? Wait.
Am I muted?
It's your problem.
Yeah,
you're the one with the
Yeah, I'm not. I'm hearing the end of. I'm hearing the end of his sentence, but not the beginning.
Yeah.
So, rewind.
Mm-hmm.
Assuming Cammy knows what she's doing, I don't think there'll be a need for that last, but tell me, do you need something? You've been staring off into the horizon a fair bit more often than usual, I'd say.
No. I forget. Are we going somewhere?
Soon as this leg gets patched up, I'd say we need to pay a visit to. And he turns to Rumble, who I assume is still there, and says, or asks, "Now you said it was a Mr. Kiln, tiefling at the docks."
Yeah. Mr. Kill, and he won't give me my Kraken lens. I need it.
Yeah,
And
so
we're going to get that for you.
Oh, so happy. Thank you so much. I owe you all so much. And he keeps catching keeps taking little side glances at Cammy, finding her a little unsettling, and keeps taking side glances. And yeah, I owe you all so much. Thank you so much for helping me. You won't regret this. I promise.
just make sure to keep up your end of the deal. And Tannen's gonna go back to drinking, so he doesn't pay too much attention to someone rooting around in his leg.
All right, we're almost done. We're just gonna give it a smooch and patch it up. And oh my god, there's a second hole. I thought there was
What?
an exit wound. What's the? What kind of blundering, bumbling baboon just pulls a harpoon out of the leg?
Cammy, it's all right. Things happen. There was a fight broke out. You saying someone of your talent can't fix this?
Oh, well, someone of my talent certainly can. You know, I know you're trying to flatter me, but I'm completely okay with it. All right, I'll patch you up. Give me another minute.
Tannen is going to, at this point, I think, passive perception at Bryony just to see if anything changed when that little outburst happened of, oh, there's 2 wounds and not 1.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. Yeah, Bryony, what is your passive perception? Like
Bryony's passive perception?
No, Tannen's.
Or Tannen?
Tannen's passive perception is 14.
Okay, that's pretty perceptive for just generally. Leah, you take a glance over at Bryony. What would he see when he see? Does Bryony make any reaction to Cammy saying about the wound?
Yeah, she just now noticed that Cammy was there. So it wasn't her talking. It wasn't what she was saying. It was just like, oh, there's a woman here now.
Tannen wants to make it absolutely clear that he doesn't think it's Bryony's fault. It's just shit happens.
Yeah.
Okay. Liza comes over and she is carrying a tray with several clear liquids in it, or clear-ish liquids in it. I didn't know what to get, so I just got a little bit of a few things. and you hear Horvin over her shoulder over at the bar is, "I'm keeping tabs." And she
Put it on Cammy's.
Oh. Oh.
Nice. Yes. Okay. Liza sets down the tray, and there's several drinks here. Many are clear, some are clearish, like a golden clearish color. And yeah, Cammy, what would you like to do as far as this process goes?
She's gonna sniff them all to find, try to figure out what's what. Trying to look for some kind of super strong, just distilled alcohol, or maybe a vodka, and pound all of it as fast as she can. And then she will find whatever's second best and start pouring that on the leg and using it with her tools to try to clean things up.
Oh, okay. Do you have? Does Cammy have herbalist kit in her proficiencies, or is this going to be a mostly magical endeavor?
Herbalist kit. Let me take a look. I don't think I'm seeing one. She's not beyond trying to use magic. Usually just a little bit of good vibes and love from the deities are enough to get, cut the edge of the pain off.
Sure.
If she needs to use that. She really does think of herself as a great people helper, and she wants to do her best, so she's trying.
Okay. Yeah, you take a couple shots of the good shit, and second grade stuff gets put into your medical repertoire. Can you go ahead and make a... You know what? Since this is not that huge of a deal, it's not a surgery or anything, go ahead and make a medicine check with advantage, please.
Ooh. I am glad I have advantage. 22.
22, okay. It takes a little while as you begin the process, and you can see there's no necrosis set in, so we're at a good spot. This is addressed nice and early. As you examine the wound, begin your initial observation, and you begin to patch it up and then sew it up, and then apply magics sporadically as you go, as to not heal it so fast as though it's healed on the outside and then just fucked up on the inside. But yeah, you managed to patch it up quite well, and just with medicine alone, it is patched up. Now, there's going to be some pretty heavy scarring unless there's some intervention that happens to heal it faster than it's normally going to do, because you've disinfected it, roughly disinfected it, and you've stitched it up. But if it's not going to heal from the inside out, and rather from the outside in, then there's scarring with the chance of infection. So, are you going to add? Would you like to add magic to that, aka a spell slot, or would you like to do it? Let it go as it is.
Hannon, I have a question for you.
Told you to warn me before you put Kraken's teeth, woman. That hurt.
Well, hold on. Look, this strip of stitches right here, this stitching, that's holding your whole leg together. And this bit spells my name, so you know who did it.
Can't say you don't know what you're doing.
I'm an artist, and you are my canvas, and I have to sign it. Anyway, you're a big, handsome, rugged man, right? You wouldn't be afraid of a little bit of a, scarring happening, right?
How big we talking about?
Yay. A lot of ladies think scars are very distinguished.
I'm just fucking with you. As long as I can walk, fight, and fuck with it, we're good.
With your leg?
And
No, I don't actually know that one.
It'd have been better off with a peg leg if that was what you were planning.
like I said, folks in Zahn and myself got some history. And he just kind of sidles back in his chair. Maybe a little bit more smug looking
Well, please wait 2 to 3 weeks before putting it inside of anything. Or 1.
Very nice.
Can't make any promises, but and he kind of stretches it, sees how much range of motion he has. Very quietly, just says, "You have my thanks."
Now, Bonnie, I don't want to scare the guy, but there's a small chance this might get infected later, and you'd need me around to try to, fix it up. But I'm so busy all the time, I don't know. I guess I'll just have to come with you. Keep an eye on it and stuff.
Well, of course, darling. I've missed you. You have to come with us anyways because I've missed you and I want you to be with us.
Oh. I feel like I'm coming home. I have this sense of homecoming washing over me.
Aww. And she's gonna just kiss her on the cheek. And you did a great job on Tannen. Thank you so much, hon.
Did you see my name in his leg?
I did. You're getting
Wait,
better
wait,
at
wait.
that. And then Bonnie lifts the thing. She goes, "This is what it looked like the first time on me." She lifts up her shirt.
So it is gonna scar in your name.
Turns out you're supposed to remove the stitches. I know that now.
Oh no.
Bonnie was one of the first runs. Okay. Awesome. Yeah. So you Tana, you do know that it will heal, and there is a slight chance of infection, but other than that, Cammy has now officially fixed you up, and you're no longer actively bleeding. There's no chance of new infection, other than if you just don't heal right from the inside. But yeah,
Shall we
full
go
range
take
of
care of some-
motion, just a little stiff.
Shall we go take care of some bilge rats now? Bryony, you want to go kill something?
Yes. And tannin and physical scars, they don't matter. It's the mental ones you should be worried about.
You didn't expect that from Bryony.
Stuff of nightmares. Awesome.
We've been staying here for so long. Let's go do something.
Okay. Yeah, all of you are free to go. Rumble says, "So if we're gonna get started, if you guys are gonna help me, and we can go down to the slaughter docks and see Kiln. He promised me a Kraken lens. I need the Kraken lens, and he won't give it to me. Would really appreciate your help. Bigger people help.
We're going to get you that Kraken lens." And Bonnie finishes the last of whatever bottle is handiest, makes sure that her gun is ready to go. And, well, shall we? It's been almost an hour since I hit somebody.
Let's go see a tiefling about a Kraken lens.
Let's do
Tannen's
it.
gonna get up maybe a little shakily, then scan the bar. Is Kevin still there? Like around?
Yes, yeah, Kevin and Ted, the older guy. Yeah, they're both out waiting on a few other people across the other side of the bar, because most people have given you a wide berth at this point, especially after Bonnie started stealing drinks off their tables.
Oi! Kev! Come here!
Okay, sir.
And about halfway on his way to Tannen just gonna snap him a silver snake, was it? That's the pointer
Serpent.
they use? Silver serpent.
Yep. Okay. You flick him a silver serpent. And he, oh. Okay. What should I do with it?
I don't know. Do whatever you want. I'm just trying to say thanks.
Okay. Smiles at you gratefully and bows a little bit. And as all of you get up, and Tana, you get up and stretch out your leg, and you're okay. This is going to be stiff and sore a little bit, but not debilitating in any way. And as the five of you get up and begin to leave the Brazen Hydra, you hear a smack behind you, and you hear Liza say, "I will not do that." And for anybody who looks back and see that Kevin is holding a silver serpent out like this, and his hands to Liza, and yeah, you all leave the Brazen Hydra.
He just ordered a cappuccino. That was it.
That's
I'm not your
yeah.
barista.
Yeah. I don't do froth, motherfucker.
Yeah, we're gonna let that one just slide right by.
Yeah. Right on.
Boy, I will end you.
Bonnie just looks over her shoulder and she goes, "Oh, Cav, darling, a silver? No.
Damn cheap lads. So all of you head out onto the boardwalk in Rat Town of Bilgewater. So we can. The slaughter docks are. I guess if we go eastward, the slaughter docks are to the east as you head down this boardwalk, and then you head over, and they're like their own separate section. The slaughter docks are broken up into different regions, and for those of you who don't know, the slaughter docks is a region of Bilgewater that it's the region that the monster hunters, we'll call them, of Bilgewater, they go out and they're these different pirate crews that actually coordinate together to take down large sea creatures, and they then bring them back here to Bilgewater, and they are brought to the slaughter docks, and they are pieced out, like they're taking, the meat and the bones and the teeth and all the different parts are then taken off of them, and they are set out to basically like a chop shop, but for sea monsters, and they're done there. There are different sections to the slaughter docks themselves, and it's separated into the carving bays, which is the initial place that's kind of like, hey, we've brought in a sea monster, there's multiple ships here, where do we put it? So that these captains would come and they would talk to these people at the carving bays ahead of time. So there are these other places called the auction house type places where they you make bids, you make arrangements with these carving bay people, the people who own carving bays and stuff, and they will come in. You bring your sea monster in, they hang it up, and they quickly get to work because nobody wants rotten sea monster parts. That's just gross. So they come in and they start piecing out these sea monsters for you. And Kiln is going to be located at one of the carving bays. There are also kill houses. Kill houses are the warehouses, and that is where the carving bays basically take the sea monsters and put them into big pieces. The kill house brings that down to finer pieces, and then you have the butcheries that only deal in like the meat and stuff, and they are the end user type meat market type places, actual butcheries, like normal day butcheries themselves. So you head down to the carving bays, down to the slaughter docks, and the smell here is just wonderfully unworldly, in a horrible way, because you can imagine what it would smell like to have sea monster after sea monster brought in here, hung up, and then cut to bits, or into large bits, and then taken away. A lot of the blood from the ones that do bleed runs off into the water. So all the water around in Bilgewater Bay itself is considered polluted. This is a good and bad thing. It's a good thing because other sea monsters that live around Bilgewater Bay don't want to come in here because there's so much blood of these other sea monsters. They don't know what lives in here and what doesn't, and they don't know what to expect. But on the other hand, the water is kind of not good. It's horrible to swim in. It's almost toxic because of all these different kinds of sea monster blood. Some of them contain things that we just can't handle as humanoids. But you head down to the carving bays, and it's not long before Rumble brings you to one of the carving bays that has no monster hung up on it at this point. And you do see a tiefling sitting over on a box of crates, going over what looks to be a few pieces of parchment, some paperwork, and Rumble points out that's Kiln. He won't give me the Kraken eye. He agreed to do it, and I need it so bad. Please, help me.
Kiln, darling, Bonnie's walking up. That
the-
swagger.
The tiefling on the crates flips his paperwork down and rolls it up real quick. Yes, dear, how can I help you?
You've cheated a friend of mine. We've come to take what he's paid for.
Oh, I'm a great many things, but a cheat I am not. Who is your friend, and why the fuck would he call me a cheater?
I kind of like bring step just aside a little bit and push Yordle forward.
Yep, Rumble's sitting here. You owe me
Push Rumble forward,
You owe me a Kraken lens. Oh.
and then I step back in front of Rumble and I go, "You owe him a Kraken lens."
Sweet Riordle. Strange little creatures, aren't they? Well, I do not. I've been trying to give your friend, and he's trying to like take peeks, and Rumble's hiding behind your legs to the point where like if he sees him looking at him, he'll hide again. Been trying to give your friend their money back for quite some time now, but they don't seem to take no for an answer. I cannot do the deal anymore. I'm not trying to cheat them, but I cannot deliver.
Did you get a Kraken lens?
I do have a Kraken lens. I do.
Then why can't you take his money for the Kraken lens and give him the Kraken lens?
Very good question. Well, it just turns out that one of the locals, a woman I highly revere and fear, needs the Kraken lens more than your friend. You hear from behind your legs, Bonnie. Liar! He's a liar. She doesn't need it that bad. Whatever. A Kraken priestess needs it far more than your friend, and I've decided to cancel the deal. Give your friend his money back, of course, every penny of it, and sell it to the Kraken priestess.
So, Kill, let me ask you a question. Are you more afraid of that one woman or these three women? And I indicate myself, Bryony, and Cammy.
Kiln looks you over, and Bryony and Cammy, like, what are you really doing during this conversation? Are you doing anything, if anything?
I kind of like my go-to orientation is standing menacingly over Bonnie's shoulder when she's negotiating with people. So I'm doing that. Hand on sword.
Okay.
Yeah. Cammy's just along for the ride and doesn't have the context of what's going on here. So she's like, yeah, us three. Wait, three women? One, two. Bryony, is that you? I didn't even say hi. Sweetie.
What?
Oh my
Who are
gosh.
you? Have you not been here the whole time?
Have you not?
I'm confused.
I came up with a little joke I have to tell you later. Don't let me forget.
Focus.
Let me
Focus.
forget. Oh. What? What were we doing?
I have
Kraken lens.
We're killing this guy.
No.
Oh.
I'll have a whole bag of scalpels and things. I know pressure points. I can shove one into his neck.
See,
That would be
Kiln?
great, but only if he doesn't give us the Kraken lens. See,
Ow.
now aren't we much scarier than that Kraken priestess?
So the tiefling is holding his head in his hands, and his horns are going over the top of his head. Listen, you're all fantastic, and I would love to catch a drink with all of you, and probably even sleep with 2/3 of you, but including the Yordle. But the problem here is that I promised it to another. I'm sorry, she means more to me than your little friend, and I'm sorry, okay?
Let's
I know.
Now-
go get one. Where's the nearest Kraken? We'll get one. Another.
He can get another one. We'll take the one that he contracted with Rumble with, and then Killen can just go get himself another Kraken lens for his little Kraken priestess, whatever, on the side.
You're all guests, and I appreciate your dedication to help your friend. I'm not a bully. I am a businessman, and I will not have me or my crew bullied by outsiders. This Kraken lens will go to the Buru, unless they tell me they don't need it.
Well, then we'll talk to them and tell them that tell them to tell you they don't need it.
I like that, Cammy.
Whatever. I don't care how you do it or what you do. But the deal is final. It's going down today. Okay. I'm sorry. I value my well-being here in Bilgewater over personal deals. No offense.
Bonnie's going to pull out her gun and go, really? You value the life that you currently have more than the life you're about to lose?
Now. And Tannen's gonna kind of, as he's walking, to interpose himself between the two, just run a finger down the barrel of the gun. No one here is saying you gotta give up your livelihood or anything of the sort. I understand you're a businessman. You speak business. Coin is everything in Bilgewater. I myself am not a fan of crossing any of the Kraken priestesses, so by the way, what was the name of that priestess this deal is going down with?
Oh, dear, it's Alawi, only, one of the most feared persons to be with, and Bonnie, I must say that the finger down the barrel of the gun was a very nice touch. Bonnie, go ahead and roll an insight, and Tannen, go ahead and roll roll a persuasion check. See how willing.
So can I roll intimidation instead of insight?
Well, no, insight. It's for now. It's not. It's for something different other than intimidation.
Okay.
Other than the process. Just for you, you're watching him as you're doing this.
Yep. 17.
Okay.
You said persuasion, right?
Yes, for you, persuasion. Just want to see what kind of vibe he's getting from.
21.
Okay. For Bonnie, you're watching this tiefling man as Tannen is talking to him and walking past you, and you have your rifle up. It's a dead aim. This fucker is probably dead if you pull the trigger. You're looking into the tiefling's eyes, and there is. At first, there's a cold, steady, look, this is business. Then you see a little bit of a falter as you pull up the gun. He looks at you, and you look at him. As he's talking to Tannen, there is a little bit of relief in there, just to give you a gauge on what you're seeing as you have your gun up. Tannen, as you begin to talk to the person, he tells you it's Alawi, and Tannen, go ahead and make either a religion or history check.
Ooh.
You take your pick.
Which one? I think I'm pretty crap at both, actually. Yeah. All right. I got a 16 with a -1, so let's do history because Tannen is not that religious.
Okay. Okay. So that Okay. So history, you would know Alawi is a pretty well-named person around these parts. She is a what is considered a Kraken priestess, but she is a priestess to Kagaboros, which is the serpent god of the Buru, and she's pretty high ranked as far as the Buru go, the island people who own this island and are allowing Bilgewater to happen. So she, high figure, high religious figure within the status of the island. It's like, look, I see the gun. I respect the gun. Don't get me wrong. I respect the gun, and I respect all of you. But the things that they could do to me and my soul compared to what you can do to me, please, just...
No, friend, I understand. Believe me, no one... I've been in a harrowing before. I've seen what they do. We've all heard the tales of the Kraken priestesses and their, let's say, veneration of those tentacled monstrosities living beneath the waves. So, gun is scary in the immediate. Kraken might be scarier later on. We just want to help a friend, help us, help you. Follow?
I think so. Though I don't see how I'm getting helped in any of this. This is all quite awkward and I don't like it.
At the
Bonnie
end
cocks
of the
the
day,
gun.
yeah.
Okay. Whoa. Awkward and I might need a new pair of pants. But, listen, friends, just, who had the idea? Which one of you, points at you, Tana, was it you? Talk to them, get them to tell you that it's okay for, get them to tell me that it's okay for me to sell to you, because they don't need it anymore. That would be great. Great. Just don't make me make this decision, please.
Why don't you just give us the lens that Rumble paid for and go get them another one?
Well,
Easy solution.
because I can't go get another one. That is a wonderful idea. I am at the mercy of the monster hunters that bring in their prey.
Kiln, who paid for it first? Our little furry friend here or the Kraken priestess?
Of course, your tiny Ramble, your tiny friend.
Rumble.
Yeah, and he hides his head behind Bonnie again. Yes, Rumble, your tiny friend. He paid first, but in my defense, against the gun, I offered to give his money back immediately after I received the offer from Alawi. Please, I'm trying to save my body and soul and things.
Cannon he turns back to Bonnie and very quietly just mouths, we probably have, like, we've got him, but the look on his face is like, maybe we might need to rethink our approach since the Kraken priestess and everything is involved.
So we're holding him up and stealing it from him? It's out of his control?
That's one approach. Kiln, how much did she offer it for?
They're not stingy. They offered twice what your friend did.
Rumble, how much did you offer to pay them?
What half of that?
Yeah. Half of what he said. Wait a second. No. I offered to pay that. I gave him 150 gold piece. The serpent things. The gold serpent things. Dickhead. And he hides behind Bonnie again. Yes, 300 gold serpents. Look, on all accounts, my well-being and spiritual longevity, along with financial gain, this really is a no-brainer for me. I'm trying to work with you, but I can't. So, pull the trigger, and we'll get through it.
Okay.
My crew will kill you, or you kill them. Whatever.
And I mean, you see the fingers, the hammer goes back, and you see the fingers start to tighten.
His eyebrows.
It does not seem to be about the money. There are some things that transcend the value of gold and are far more dangerous and important. And she looks out at the sea. And, a Kraken priestess may very well know where to get another lens Perhaps we should go speak to her.
Please, please go as soon as you can.
You said you're meeting with her today. Yeah?
This evening, yes, yes.
Well, we can just attend that meeting then.
I would prefer this all be handled before I have to turn over merchandise. I know what a stick-up feels like. It's awful. It's not good for anyone. Please, just do your thing somewhere else with someone else. Please, I did you no wrong. I tried to be fair. I didn't.
No,
cheat
you did him wrong, and he's my friend. He's our friend, and so by doing him wrong, you did us wrong,
But I didn't.
and we're here to correct that wrong.
I'm trying to give the little son of a bitch his money back. Please.
Well, let's do that. You give him his money back, and we'll just go see what the Kraken priestess and is like. You can tell the energy draining out of the sentence as he's saying that, like realizing what he's proposing. Has to say, Rumble, how much do you really need this lens?
Looks up at you, bro. I really, really need it.
All right, kill him. Give the Yordle his money, and we'll get out of your hair, out of your horns.
Kellen opens up his vest and pulls out a pouch, and it's kind of a finely laced pouch with like the rim on the top of it is almost violet, almost violet in color, not very piratey. Takes the pouch. It's all still here. Every penny. And flicks it over to I guess Bonnie would be, because if he's behind Bonnie. Flicks it over to you.
Bonnie will just let it fall unless somebody else
See?
catches it.
Yeah.
She's holding a rifle like this with the hammer pulled, but with the hammer cocked.
Okay.
Cannon's gonna catch it. You have a rifle pointed at you. Don't try and be funny. And then he handed the pouch to Rumble.
It would be the third time this week. It's really not that big. It's not unusual. It's not unusual.
Oh, you just get through a lot of pants.
Should have worn your brown pants.
I keep a liner in here, so it should be fine.
All right, the slaughter docks already smell awful enough.
I swear, it smells like my garter belt in here.
Oh.
The front.
Not
to the
exactly.
back.
There's a less no, never mind. You're right. It rather does, doesn't it?
Never mind. The same thing. Never mind. So you, Tanny, you do catch the gold and you give it back to Rumble, and Rumble has to turn around and put it in his pack and put his pack back on.
Before we leave, or like count it now as we're getting ready to leave.
Okay. You counted. There was 150 gold serpents there.
Tana's just gonna ask where the meeting is going to be at, just for future reference. And after getting that information, kind of turn to Bonnie and say, if you see a move as we're leaving, shoot. I don't trust him or his crew.
Shoot him if he moves while we walk away.
Done. And she's just got this smile like begging Kiln to move.
Sitting there very still, nervous looking, but at the same time, well aware of, okay, these fuckers are gonna shoot. It's not it's not playing. Stand still. And as you all walk away, Kiln stands still, and you're able to go freely.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Bonnie is going to, once they're off the docks, well, actually, before they even leave the docks, Bonnie's going to start a whisper campaign that Kiln is a cheat and a liar and cannot be trusted.
Okay. You snag up a
She's
few.
gonna ruin his business.
You snag up a few people while you're at the slaughter docks, and actually, isn't there? Don't you have a contact down at the slaughter docks? You said.
Yes, I do. My William. Yep, William.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to swing over and see William on your way out of the slaughter docks. He's in a completely other carving bay part.
Yep.
And he says that he will gladly spread a little bit of the rumor. And yeah, he's all for ruining especially other rivals slaughter dogs.
Yeah.
All
Yep.
for ruining their reputation.
And whatever tavern, stop in a few taverns on the way back, and just kind of, friend here cheated out a Kraken lens by Kiln. Took his money, no lens. Kiln apparently can't provide what you pay him for. And just start the rumors.
Slur campaign. Here we go.
Big time.
Jeez. Barney, you really don't run into things half-cocked, do you? I really admire the way you stick to your guns. It's like I always say when dealing with Bonnie, do not judge her until you've walked a mile in her shoes, because then she'll be barefoot and you'll be out of shooting range.
Just barely.
Yeah, it's all in how you holster it.
Nice. Where are we heading?
Demasian say, walk softly and carry a.
Little lady.
That's it, exactly.
Carry a little lady. Where are we heading after we leave the slaughter dogs?
Are we going to see a Kraken priestess? I don't know.
Is that where
I
you'd
know
like
we
to go?
stopped at a tavern at least and gotten a drink.
Yeah.
Okay.
I assume. So as we're walking, I'm going to have Tannen kind of question if that's the only item that he hasn't gotten back. Like, is the Kraken lens the most pressing thing we need to get or handle right now, or?
Well, he says 2/3 of the things that he tried to acquire he was barred from getting. And the first was the Kraken lens, and there was another thing. He got the third thing himself, but he said due to him being him, he was unable to get the other two, and this was the first one. The Kraken
And the
lens was
second
first.
thing we would have to swim for? Is that what he said before?
Yes.
Yeah.
The second one, he doesn't know how to swim. And the second one, he would need somebody that can swim to get it. Yeah. So as you all grab a drink and you're getting ready to head, everybody knows in this city that the Buru Temple at the very top in the Eries, the temple to Nagakaboris is up there, and that's assuredly where you would find Alawi if she's not in Bilgewater herself. But the Buru, though many of them are in Bilgewater, it's a weird and strained relationship, especially recently, with all this push to go out and kill sea monsters and bring them back and sell them for parts. The Buru aren't quite cool with this because their unique relationship with sea monsters surrounding Bilgewater Bay. They communicate and they elicit these sea monsters to help fight back the undead and the spirits and the awfulness when the harrowings happen. And the harrowings are when the Shadow Isles release like when they swell up with energy and they release the spirits and evilness to go out and try to fuck up the world. Bilgewater is usually the first line of defense in that. And these sea creatures, these sea monsters, actually help fight these undead servants. And since we're not only Bilgewater people are not only killing, but also the blood in the water is keeping away a lot of the sea monsters that they normally have to help, then there's a strained relationship there. And there was a better relationship when when Gangplank, the Reaver King was in charge of Bilgewater, but now that Misfortune is, then there's a lot, because she's not as cool with the Buru as he was. Now there's a pretty strained relationship. So you see the Buru are less receptive to pirates as they once were. But you would know that on top with the Eries is where the temple is for the Buru. So you know it's a little bit of a journey. Got to go across Butcher's Bridge, out of Rat Town, across Butcher's Bridge, and up to the Erie. But that's no problem. It's whatever. It's 20-minute walk, or fast-paced walk to get up there. So it's not that bad.
On the way, we hear someone walking past saying, "Did you hear that you can't trust that tiefling down at the docks? He's a cheat and a swindler. I just heard this."
5 NPCs, on the way, on auto repeat. Wait a second.
Yep. The campaign. Yep.
Awesome. Okay. Hey, everybody. We're going to hop off here for like 3 minutes. Go do a bio break and drinks or whatever. We'll be right back. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm sorry, when I DM, I really don't monitor Twitch very much. But, thank you so much for joining us, everyone. You're awesome. We'll be back in just a few minutes. See you then. Okay, they can't hear us. Wait, no, they can. They can hear me. So anyway, after that, all that conversation that I just had while we were muted, hi everybody. I'm not even gonna bother trying that again. Yep, I'm good at this. Couldn't you tell? Okay, we're back. Let us, Trell, great to see you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying. And you know, I was talking to you, brother. You know, it was something, but no, it's not. Because I'm done.
Only we know the secrets.
Yes,
of
that's
the
right.
muted conversation.
You guys know the secret. Okay.
Love, it was real. You could feel it. It just.
As long as it's real and somebody feels it, that's fine.
It's lightning in a bottle.
Yeah. It doesn't. Well,
As opposed to going off half cocked.
it just has to be a piss bottle, I guess. Oh, it's so good. It's so fucking good. All right. I'm so sorry. I'm just in love with beer. Well, not all beer, just that one beer. Okay. So we are at the. Fuck it. Let's say we found our way back to the Brazen Hydra because that is a nice nexus of this adventure, and we found our way back to the Brazen Hydra, and we're grabbing a few drinks because they're kind of cheap right now. And Bonnie, this is like the only place in Bilgewater that doesn't have a sign up behind the bar saying you owe money. So, we come back here and your
It does have one that says shoot on sight.
That's true, yeah. It's next to the wanted posters of all the. Yeah. And we're back at the Brazen Hydra. And drinks are flowing. We're not going to keep track of money because fuck that. At least not for this. So the drinks are flowing and y'all are discussing what to do. And Rumble's like, I don't know this lady. I don't know. Bonnie, what should I drink? You told me that I'm supposed to practice my drinking to be a pirate. What should I drink? You tell me and I'll do it right now.
Liza, darling, the spiced rum.
Okay, absolutely. She
The
comes
bottle.
back. she's walking over with like a double shot, thinking that she's doing good, and you like the bottle, and she turns around and goes back. Luckily, right now, Horvin is not down here, so it is just you guys and Bonnie and we'll say Kevin. You guys, Bonnie and Kevin, are on this lower level. The Brazen Hydra is actually 3 floors, and it is built out of an old ship, a broken ship that looks like it was bit by some kind of sea monster, and that is like the opening, and the edge is it's the whole thing. Horvin has this whole story about. Whatever. Fuck Horvin. But he has this whole story about how it was started.
Oh, no, that's one place Bonnie won't go.
Yeah. Well, that would be kind of weird. Horvin has leg braces that are made out of supposedly this sea creature's bones that bit his boat. But that would be kind of clickety clack. Horvin's in a little rough shape. But so Liza comes back over with the bottle of spiced rum and sets it down on the table. And like you, Bonnie, you can look across the table and you see like the silhouette of Rumble's eyes going up over it.
Pour him a double shot, set it in front of him.
Oh, thankfully I don't have to drink the whole thing. All right. Do we have a straw?
Well, only.
Can we get a straw, Liza? Is it Liza?
No, Horvin. Damn, I don't have my scotch with me. And she will show him. She will pour herself a double shot and just throw it back and set it down. That's how a pirate drinks rum.
Oh. I watched Bryony do it, and she didn't. It wasn't as big, so I thought one of the bigger ones, like the one you just did, you have to take your time.
No, Barney doesn't like it as big as I do.
Oh.
I also
Okay.
like to put a little umbrella in mine. Would you like a little
Yes.
umbrella?
The umbrella does help.
Oh, it helps? Yes. It
Yes.
looks over at you, Bryony. Yes, please. Yes.
I pull like a tattered paper umbrella out of my pocket and I put it in his shot glass.
Okay.
I don't see any tiny rain clouds, but it's always better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it.
Oh. Do I have to drink it outside then? Looking at you, Cammy, kind of confused. You know
This
is
Yordle's
too much.
Cammy, you might know Yordle's a little better than the rest of this crew, being a little more traveled and because of your line of work. Yordles are typically intelligent creatures, but they're not very worldly wise. They're kind of, not a whole lot of common sense, but pretty intelligent. Otherwise, so he's kind of, he just seems like he doesn't really get it. And by the way, he's been adjusting his eye patch around between eyes. That you kind of guess he's definitely not a pirate. He's probably just playing the part or trying to.
All right. Now, you do realize that body mass index is important when it comes to this kind of thing, so you're gonna get proper fucked.
Oh, I heard that phrase before. And Bonnie said that proper fucked is still a fuck. I think that's what she said. So, okay, I'm in. All right. Umbrella in, check. And he pulls out a little tablet and sets it down on the table. Okay, umbrella in.
What I
Step
said
number
was,
one.
if you're going to get fucked, make sure it's a proper fuck.
Oh. Flips through 3 pages back in his notebook. Okay, starts adjusting, scratching something out and writing anything. Okay.
Now, that one is a completely different kind of proper fucked, and that is not polite dinner table conversation, so you will not catch me saying fuck at the table.
Now, under the table,
You're naughty. You're so bad.
The Yordle looks superbly confused about all this. And he's flipping through pages in his notebook. Should I just drink it? I don't get it. Should I just drink it?
Drink it and then feel funny.
Now, wait, do you still want the cloud?
I thought, wait, so I am supposed to drink it outside? I'm looking at you, Tannen. Now he's like, wait,
No. Tannen, whoever the nearest bar person is, he gestures over for them, and just basically in their ear asks for a very foamy mug of.
Oh, okay. So Kevin's like, they normally don't let me pour it, but you just want foam, right? You don't want like the.
As much as possible.
Okay, I got yelled at for doing foam before. I can pour you a cup of foam. And Kevin gleefully runs over to the bar in a run, not just a trot. Runs over to the bar and just grabs a random glass off the counter, probably one that was turned in and used. Grabs a glass off the counter and puts it in, and just puts it like way down from the tap, and pours the tap, and you hear the sound of liquid hitting the glass, but also he's not pouring it right. And he comes over. It's mostly foam, just like you like it, and gives it to you, Tannen.
I think we lost Tannen.
Yeah, he ain't got. Oh
There,
wait.
almost.
Up, yep.
Almost.
Up, almost. Wait.
You're real slow. You're almost there. It's roboting a little bit. I mean, some people like it frothy. Some people like it neat. There's a time and place for both.
That's true. Oh, poor Ian. I'm surprised I don't get it. Well, you're in the center of the fucking city. Oh, there you are. Okay, you're completely back now. Okay.
Oof. All right. So now that I'm back, Tannen is going to take the frothy mug, slip Kevin another silver, and just push the mug to Rumble and say, "Now, if you want the full experience, let's call it the storm in a bottle. You're gonna take the little glass you have, drop it in to the cloud, and then drink them both at once. Can you do that for me, Rumble?"
Slides the glass towards him. I'm not sure, but this doesn't look quite how it's supposed to.
You wanted clouds, I gave you clouds.
So the clouds over Zon. All right. All
I've
right.
also heard it called Zonish ship bomb before.
Oh, Ozona ship bomb. Well, fuck those guys. I'm ready to bomb their. Yeah. Okay. Good job. All right, Cammy. Now I get it. And he takes the double shot and he drops it into the glass and the clink as it hits off the bottom. All right. Now what do? Oh shit! It's moving. What do?
Drink it, drink it, drink it, drink it.
Drink.
And the little Yordle begins to down it. Unfortunately for him, and a lot of Yordles, drinking is not part of their culture, so the shit's just flowing all over his fur on his face, and he looks like a little fucking Sonic the Hedgehog with rabies around his mouth as he pulls the cup down. Ah! Oh, I've never felt so more alive.
Yeah,
Oh God, it hurts my belly. What is it? What was that?
Bucket.
A big fucker from the Freljord carried a shield with him for whatever reason. Taught me how to do that.
Oh, it hurts my belly. But yeah, so Kevin comes over with the bucket. The Yordle, let's make a con save for fucking. Let's make a con save. You know. Let's see.
Bonnie's on her third double shot, by the way, at this point.
A 2 plus. We'll say he has a 2 in con. So
Thank
a
God for the
4.
bucket.
Yeah. The bucket comes just in time to catch a half a bucket full of Yordle puke as Rumble leans over and starts puking in the bucket. As Rumble is going through this drunken process and having to deal with this, what would all of you like to do? Is there a game plan going on here that might exclude him?
Are we going to talk to the priestess? Are we going to circumvent the plan that they had and just take the eye?
We've been traveling and adventuring and pirating together for a while now. So I just want to ask the group, like, what would our merry band more? Because I haven't read The Adventurer, but I kind of know some of the characters that have been brought up, so I don't want to metagame. So I want to put it on the party of, like, what would we do? Would we go and crash the party, get the lens, try and do something until, like, to fill in the time? Or
We aren't from here, though, right? We were just dropped off here.
Well,
We
it's
don't
one of
live
the
here
ports that we.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the ship that we were living on that was taking us from town to town
Yeah.
is gone. So yeah, no, we don't technically live here.
But I feel like we'd be savvy enough not to want a whole pirate city turned against us. So if we do something, we need to do it on the down low.
Yeah. The only thing I'll say about Eloy is, and their culture, that I think would be general enough that if we've been living in Bilgewater and working here for a while, is that they're kind of like orcs in that they are very geared toward might makes right, and if you're strong enough to do something, you should do it. And if you're weak enough, or if you're too weak to defend yourself, then kind of sucks to be you.
Jillian
Bonnie is of the opinion we
and
don't
Bryony
take
agrees with that sentence.
Bonnie is of the opinion we go take it. That's just Bonnie's style. You know, we're pirates. That's what we do. We take what we want.
How fast can we leave this place after we've taken it? We might have to flee.
Well, you guys have no boat right now, so probably.
Also, Bryony isn't like the smartest drop of water in the great wide ocean, but 150 gold could charter a ship, right? Why are we getting this lens for this creature? Have we been with him
He's-
long? I don't recall.
That's true.
This
Are you
is her
saying this- are you
talking.
saying
She
this-
actually doesn't remember.
Are
Like-
you saying this out loud, like right by
Yeah.
him? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like point at him as I'm saying it. Like, I mean, he's got 150 gold if we have to leave. If he needs to get home, that should pay his ship for him to get home. Why does he need it? Why do you need a Kraken part?
See, now we're asking the right questions. Rumble, can you? And Tannen's kind of like, is he like drunk enough to be asking this stuff, or
Right?
how conscious is he right now?
He's little like foam all around his mouth. I'll fucking do it.
Oi,
Woo!
oi.
I'll get it myself. It's all good. I love you guys. It's all
No,
good.
no. So we know you wanted one thing, the Kraken lens. Assuming we go and get that for you, how important are the other two things?
I got one.
What's the other thing that you need besides the Kraken lens?
Necklace.
A necklace. Where's the necklace at?
I'm gonna make him roll a fucking con save to see if he's able to recall such vital information for you right now. Oh wait, roll 20. Oh wait, fuck! I'm horrible at this. Like, I play a game on Sundays where I have to roll physical dice too. I'm so horrible because I'm so used to rolling digital dice that I'm so horrible. Oh, you fucking kidding me? It's over in White Wharf somewhere. I don't know. It's in the water. It's in the water on a thing. With the thing.
I pick him up by the front of his frilly, stupid pirate garb, and I look
Yes,
at him and I
that's right.
shake him, and I
Nope.
say, "Hey, I have a very short attention span, so tell me quickly, why do you need these items? Or we'll just take the 150 gold that you have on you right now." And I'll roll it. Intimidation.
Yeah, you guys to say intimidation or persuasion. It could be either one.
I'm intimidating.
So Cammy, yeah, just to put you in context, Rumble is the Yordle, and Rumble looks like he's wearing brand new pirate clothing and a patch. Like, you could tell he's a fake. He's just trying to not get his ass beat for not being a pirate in a pirate city. And yeah, Brian, you pull him up. How much did you roll?
22.
22? Okay. You pull up, and he's like, he takes his hand and he caresses the side of your face with the back of his hand. You're so scary. All right. What? Wait, what was the first part?
Tell us why you need these items and why we shouldn't just drop you off a ship that we've chartered with your 150 gold.
So scary.
You told us you had money in Piltover. All we know between that and now is you need a Kraken lens and a necklace.
Okay.
I'm not making the connection here.
Well, now you know that he is completely fucking wasted off 2 beers and some foam, or two shots, some foam, and a little bit of beer. He's just like waving. He's like, as he just gets done caressing Bryony's face, and he's no, I just need the what the fuck is it? Oh wait, shit! Damn it! I'm gonna ruin it. Damn you, fucking Yordle!
My immersion!
I know, my immersion. Oh no! Wrong notes. Stand by. I need a fancy topaz necklace. And then I'm gonna put it all together. I'm gonna get it running again, and it's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna save you all. You'll see. You'll fucking
On, he's
see.
like, She's been drinking. She's got Liza on one knee. She's got Cammy on the other, pouring drinks. Because the planning stuff, that's not her forte. That's not what she does. I want a shot of that cardiomyopathy. And so finally, she's just like, she's been kind of half paying attention, realizes that we're really not getting anywhere. All right, Rumble. This is the other part of being a pirate. And she's going to kiss each girl on the cheek, set them down, stand up, grab Rumble by the scruff of his neck, take him outside, and start dunking him in the rain barrel until he sobers up.
Mhm.
Oh, nice. Nice. Okay. So you take him out, you start dunking him. Like, oh, fuck it. He's just like, as you're taking him out, he's like, I just love all you guys. Just, And then you dunk him. He's, what the fuck? What are you doing to me? You dunk him again, and you dunk him a few times, and he doesn't completely sober up, but he comes pretty close to it as his soaking fucking fur is just hanging down, and he just looks meek and somewhat defeated. He's like, what? Where are we? Oh, we're on the dock. Where we come from? And if all of you are out here, we can, yeah. He looks around and sees, all right, what are we doing?
I love a good waterboarding.
What are we doing? Oh,
You were telling us about a necklace?
Yeah, the topaz necklace. Yes, the necklace I have to get from Whitewater, from the grave.
Okay, so there's a necklace in in a grave in Whitewater. Why do you need the necklace, the Kraken lens, and what's the third thing that you said you already have?
Oh no, I already got the boots.
The boots.
Don't tell me this is for some fucking pirate outfit, Rumble.
No, I just need the boots for the enchantment. No, there's my cargo. You guys know, I told you my cargo is. They took it. Your fucking first mate took my cargo, and I have to have it to get to Piltover and have it in Piltover. I don't have it. I'm making do with what I can find here, but I need like specific pieces to finish the makeshift thing here. I'm sorry. It would be so much easier if I could just fucking show you, but I need these things to make it happen, and then you'll understand. Yeah, I just need a Kraken lens, I need that topaz necklace, and I'm good. We're good. I got you guys. I got you. I told you. I still have my money, don't I? Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
we've been paying the bar tab with his money.
Definitely.
Okay. He feels. I'll make a perception check with disadvantage, because he's not gonna actually go through it. You fucker! It rolled off. Hold on. Where's the other one?
Your Bonnie only pays for drinks with other people's money.
Okay, so 9, 7, 2. Okay, so he doesn't notice that he found his coin purse, but doesn't look through it.
All right, so are we gonna go get the Kraken lens from those people tonight, and then do we have time before that to go get the necklace from the grave in Whitewater, or what's the order?
The old dude in White Wharf he showed me where the marker was. I just need somebody to swim down and get it from the grave. I guess they bury their people underwater here.
That is easy
Yeah,
for
that's
me. I can do that.
Oh, you can swim? You know how to swim?
I will not do it. I need you to be straight with me before I will do this. Why the fuck are we doing this for you?
So I can rebuild my cargo so that when we get to Piltover, I'm cool to go in and go home so that I can give you guys, I can give you guys the money. I have it at my house in Piltover. And he looks
So
over at
this
Cam.
is an endeavor to replace your cargo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You're replicating what you lost.
As best I can, yeah, but I need to have it to get into Piltover, or else they're gonna think I'm a fucking sham.
I'm gonna do a knowledge history check to see um, if if Tannen would know anything about like Piltover keeping people out because they don't have like an invention or in magic items on them for some
Okay, sure. Yeah, go ahead and make a history check.
reason. Ugh, I got a 9.
Okay.
The science fair is next week, and I don't have my entry.
Yeah. Well, it's funny you should say that. They do have a thing every year called it's not a science fair, but it is like an invention thing. They're huge on invention, and invention there is power. You know that they won't keep anyone out for not having such a thing, but he may belong to a particular group in Piltover that he's pretty much out. Like they'll put him on the outs if he's not able to keep up to par with the rest of the group. So more than likely, it's kind of Tannen can gauge. Would you say you rolled a 9 or an 11?
I rolled a 9.
Okay. Tannen can kind of gauge that this is more along the lines of like, if he goes back and he doesn't have whatever he was supposed to bring there, he's going to be ostracized because of it. Not necessarily like they're not going to let him in, but at the same time, but he won't be able to be him when he gets there because apparently what he was going to deliver was important.
So, question: how is this thing gonna get us to Pilttown, or are we still gonna need to get a boat?
We still need a boat, but I'll be able to get us a boat if I can finish reconstructing my cargo.
The thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
You'd be surprised what I can do when I put my mind to it. And he points over to you, Cammy.
Yes, I would.
You're welcome to come along too. I've seen your medical wonders. Kind of sounds a little unsure, but medical wonders and people in Piltover would pay high coin to get such great medical treatment.
High coin is kind of my favorite kind of coin.
It's the best kind of coin.
And Bonnie, she's kind of like walking job insurance for me.
She just beat up a Ironside earlier. I know. Yeah, crazy. And Bryony, well, she killed that motherfucker. There's some business for you. Follow these two around, and points at Bryony and Bonnie. Follow these two around and just patch up the people they fuck up.
Oh, I get it. Watch after your pennies and the pounds take care of themselves.
Yeah, there's a lot of pounds.
Seppins, I suppose.
It works. But yeah, so that's it. That's the deal. It's real quick. So I'm a little confused. Sorry, I don't know what that stuff was you made me drink, but my head's a little spinny. Brian, are you still holding him up at this point, or
I think Bonnie was holding him because she was dunking him.
Bonnie's still she's been kind of keeping him at eye level for everybody, so his feet are well off the ground.
Okay, so he looks down a little bit.
And she's got a bottle in the other hand, and she's been drinking off of it the whole time.
I don't know how you all do all that. That's crazy.
That
Practice.
Experience.
That dizzy spinny feeling, that's what's called proper fact.
Oh, I've been fucked. I can't wait to tell my friends. I got fucked in Bilgewater. Bilgewater. Yeah. So cool. I'm gonna write it down. All right. So yeah. Wait, where was I? Okay. So from what I remember, Kiln is going to meet the lady tonight. So if we just go down to Whitewater, let's go down and grab the stuff. Bryony, I can't swim down with you. There's a part of dying that I really don't want to explore, but I could probably come out on the grave and show you which one. They could probably hold me. The buoys are they're pretty big, so they could probably hold me. I can stand right above you.
Is there
I
a
mean-
rowboat we can steal? Bonnie's already thinking, okay, we need to steal a rowboat to get out there. But she kind of absently sets him down while he's talking to Briny, and she's like, I'm gonna go steal a rowboat. I'll be right back.
Bonnie, you would
wanders
know
off.
that you don't on White Wharf. You don't need a rowboat as long as you can swim. It's water.
Bonnie can't swim.
Yeah, that's yeah. Okay, so how do I put it this way? It is essentially a part of the bay that is sectioned off, that is like hundreds of buoys out in the water. Going through them with a boat would be tough. Would be very tough.
Are they close enough together that we could walk across them?
You could, but not reliably.
It sounds like we just get into the water and swim to the one we need and then go down from there.
Yeah.
I think in the party only Tannen and Bryony can swim, because when you gave us the money to buy stuff before, like pre-campaign, I just got Mariner's armor, so like I think we're the only two that really have a swim speed.
Okay.
Bonnie's like, these May Wests are real and I don't float.
Well, it just needs someone to go down and grab the necklace quick. I'll show you which one it is. Whatever, a minute, maybe two, if that. It should be quick.
This does seem the simpler task than possibly killing a priestess or a tiefling or all of them.
Now, no one said anything about killing a priestess, but I do think this is the easier of the two options we have, right?
Yeah, we can't. Yeah, we don't have to worry about the Kraken people till tonight. Still a little bit wobbly. Ugh.
Don't worry, Rumble. That'll pass. First rule of being a pirate: drink as much as you can, as fast as you can, and get over it.
I did.
Here, what you need a hair of the dog.
Fuck
She's
yeah.
gonna pour him a shot.
All right. Are you gonna give him a shot? Are you giving it to him now while you're holding him? Okay.
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
he has enough hair as is.
It's true. He is
He could probably use a little more on his chest. I
Dude,
think.
I am not lying. Holy fuck. I don't know. I can't remember what the first one was, but it was really low, and then it was a natural 1, and now it's a 2. Okay. Yeah, he's fucked again. So you all he does. Okay, 13 to 15's fine. He's not throwing up again, but he is back to Rumble's back to being mentally useless again. Yeah, such a
Did we
good
find out the
idea.
location of the necklace?
So the White Wharf is easy to find. Everybody knows where the White Wharf is, and it's towards the western side. So you just have to kind of follow the boardwalk the whole way around. Bilgewater Bay is kind of shaped like a crescent, and as you go the whole way around to the western tip, that's where White Wharf will be, is at the very end. And you could easily make your way down the boardwalk to White Wharf if need be. That's not something you
Maybe
need his
he'll
help for.
sober up by the time we arrive.
Maybe if the dice are fucking nice to him for a change.
All right, lasses. Bonnie, if you be so kind, hand over the yordle, and let's get this journey started. And if Bonnie hands him over, he's just gonna put him like baby carrying on his shoulders, like just like, all right, Rumble, just don't vomit on me.
Okay. Rumbles. Yeah, nah, I'm cool, man. I'm cool. It's so cool. So cool. Out here, and he's kind of waving back and forth, and probably has some kind of song stuck in his head because he is totally into something. On top of your shoulders, and
Oh yeah, she's taught him a sea shanty or two.
oh, there we go. Yeah.
The ones that cannot be sung in public.
And then her and my thing did the thing with the thing. Yeah.
Second rule of being a pirate: the man, woman in the crow's nest, that's the one you trust. We're trusting you with this, Rumble.
Woo! Trust me, I got it. I got all this shit. Where's your pocket? And he just kind of waveling back and forth. But you all head down the boardwalk towards White Wharf. When you make it to White Wharf, we're gonna say it's kind of like a boardwalk, the pier of a boardwalk, and at the end you see now you're out here amongst all the buoys. And as this pier juts out away from White Wharf proper, there are some buildings, some small storage buildings, and then as well as warehouses and also residential buildings down here. But right now you're on a pier. You're on a pier that juts out into White Wharf, and you are surrounded by a bay of what looks to be some kind of buoys that are part wooden, and a lot of them have ceramic on them and other things that might tend to float. And you see all these hundreds of buoys around you, and it's kind of strange. I don't know how each of your characters feel about death and this kind of thing, but it's kind of strange to see this graveyard of people afloat. And you look out and you see all these buoys. What would you like to do?
I throw the yordle in. I'm like, all right, let's go get more drinks. No.
Nice. Okay.
I think Bonnie's like, Cammy and I'll wait here. Do you guys go out there?
Kind of slap Rumble like,
Okay.
Hey.
Yeah.
hey,
During the walk
live
down,
up there.
during the walk down here, it's kind of a little bit sobering for him, and Rumble's a little bit more with it. He's easy to get drunk, but it seems as though he's pretty quick to recover, especially with Bonnie dunking him before. He seemed to mostly come back around. This time has seemed to have done the work for you, and he's back. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, it's this. Oh, fuck, man, my head. What's going on? Okay, it's that one over there. I'll show you. Who's gonna go down and get the necklace?
I will go.
I'll follow after.
Okay, so 2 people, necklace, and then there's 2. Okay, he looks at you, Bonnie and Cammy. Okay, so you're staying here. Stay down. Okay, I will go over to the buoy so you know which one is over there where we're going, and then you swim down and just grab the necklace and come on back up.
Yes.
It's not that.
I'm sure there's no sharks down there
No.
with all of the dead, rotting bodies.
Well, they do something. As far as the old man told me, they do something. Because he tried to talk me into swimming down to do it. I can't. I'll go to the bottom. Little tiny arms. Just doesn't work very well. Yeah. There shouldn't be any sharks down there at all. I'll go over to it, and then you swim down. Peace.
All right.
Of cake. All right. Wow.
This necklace will be on the corpse, in the corpse.
Yeah, it should be. Well, you'll have to cut through they wrap them in something, and then you'll have to cut through it and get in there and just rip the necklace off. Piece of cake.
Sounds simple enough.
Should be. I don't know. I hate water. You know. Brave people. All right. He signals for you, Channon, to let him off your shoulders. Okay. You put him down. He's a little stumbling and cracks his little tiny back a little bit, and he crawls out through the openings at the end of the pier, and he crawls down the little shelf that's built there, and he starts jumping on headstones or buoys. Till he gets out to one that's in there, and he examines the ones around him. Yeah, this was one right below me. Should I spit? He spits into the water. It doesn't sink. This one right here. This is where we need to go. Try a pee? No, wait.
No.
I'm gonna get this thing out. Nope. Okay.
We might be pirates, but some of us still respect the dead.
Oh.
Yeah, don't
That's
pee in a
right.
grave.
There's dead people. You all are fucking awesome. All right. I'll be here. He leans back on the buoy. And is nursing a massive hangover. What would you all like to do? So what's the game plan here?
Briny takes a Bowie knife out of her belt, clenches it between her teeth.
Badass.
Yeah.
Her eyes get really, really, really black. She goes into a rage. Everything gets very cold, and she does a beautiful, elegant swan dive into the water.
Nice. Okay.
As she
Yeah.
does that, Tannen kind of just gestures, knowing like this is what's gonna happen after you, lass.
Okay. Yeah, Bronny just whew, changes over, and as your pupils fill, and there's nothing but black there, and you dive in, and you begin to start swimming from the pier towards the. You know, it should be pretty easy to find. You maybe pop your head up real quick, and you'll be able to see exactly which one it is. Tanny, you see you're following her?
Yeah. Before Tannen dives in, he's gonna look at Bonnie and Cammy and go like keep an eye out. And then very much less gracefully than Brian, he's just gonna swim like a swimmer's dive into the water. Dagger in his hand, following after her.
How do you get?
Bonnie looks like she's getting ready to do target practice on buoys.
Okay.
But she nods. Yeah, okay.
Okay. As both of you dive in, and Rumble's out there half passed out against the buoy. Fucking right, I did it. I fucking did it. Woo! And he's trying to snap himself out of it. Cammy and Bonnie, can both of you make dexterity saving throws with disadvantage, please?
Oh no. We split the party.
Bonnie does have the alert feat, just so you know.
Ooh.
So she can't be surprised.
Okay.
Rolled a 14 and I have a -1, so I have 13.
Okay.
That's a 7 total with disadvantage.
Okay, I'm trying to figure this out. Okay, so you have the alert feat. I like to give people mileage out of their feats, especially if they take ones for specific reasons like this.
She can't be surprised, and other creatures don't gain advantage on attack rolls against her as a result of being unseen.
Okay, this is not an attack. It's not malicious, but kind of. I want you to not regret taking the alert feat. So what we will do is, we'll say it just hits your shoes. So here's as Bryony and Tannen dive down into the waters of White Wharf, and they go to look for the corpse that lies beneath the waves there. The Bonnie and Cammy, you both hear and pretty much in unison, and you turn around and look down the pier of here on White Wharf, and you turn around to see a small, what appears to be, I don't even know what to call it, a small fish person, with a small trident and a bucket in hand. And as you turn around, the bucket is being thrown towards you. And Cammy, you for sure, and Bonnie, you a little bit. The bucket flies towards you, and it is the spray of blood and chum begins to coat you, Cammy, so you get blood and like fish guts all over you. And Bonnie, the blood and fish guts just go over your feet. As this little tiny aquatic fish person, and if any want to see what it looks like, just search up League of Legends Fizz, and you'll know what it is.
Yep.
This little fish person sprays you both with fish guts, and then begins to like hop on his trident, almost like a pogo stick, and then hopping off of it and beginning to hop away, not actually doing anything dangerous to you. But as the creature throws the fish guts on you and starts to leave, granted he's not going to leave. I'm going to give you guys chances to blast him away and all that stuff. But as soon as the blood hits the deck or the wood on this pier, and Cammy, especially you, with splashing all over your torso, as soon as the blood and the chum soaks the area, from up around the side of the pier, seemingly from underneath it, either from the water or from underneath the pier itself, you hear the chittering of a very familiar sound to all of you that have been here in Bilgewater before. It is the sound of chittering wharf rats. And dear Lord, if you... Oh, I didn't bring this photo up. Wharf rats are basically rats with a shark-like front end. Fuck, man. Let me see here. All right, chat. All right. Let me get on Google here. So, Bilgewater wharf rats. I really wish I'm gonna have this ready for next week because this is fucking amazingly beautiful art. There they are. Okay. Where are they? Oh, I hate you. I hate you, internet. You're so evil to me. There we go. Okay. So let me share my screen here on Zoom so you all can see what exactly wharf rats look like. There we go. Oh, I can't zoom in, can I?
Not a fan.
Yeah, that's what a wharf rat looks like. So, a swarm of wharf rats you hear that of their jaws because they whenever they smell blood, they just kind of like start chittering, and some of the probably a dozen of these things, 6 on each side, begin to crawl up over the sides of the pier and be able to come towards you, Bonnie and Cammy. And as they do, coincidentally, Tannen and Bryony, you are underneath the waves of White Wharf. You're probably, Bryony, you're really good under here because this is your element. Oh shit. Sorry, Twitch. There we go. Did I fix it? Ah! Well, I got rid of you. Oh no, that screen share thing really fucked things up. Alright, that's not good at all. Okay, so the two of you are where you presume is to be almost under the body that you're looking for. And Bryony, go ahead and make a perception check, because this is your jam.
Ooh, that wasn't very good. Let's see. 6.
A 6? Okay. You feel the changes in the waves, in the water around you. You're not quite exactly sure what it is. It's out of your view through all these bodies and chains and stuff coming from the top of the water. But you feel the changes in the water. You don't feel alone anymore. I wonder if I do it this way. Stand by. We're dealing with technical difficulties. I'm going to try to change scene collections. There we go. We're all back. Okay. You feel the changes in the water, and as you do, you see a large silhouette, probably 15 feet to 20 feet long, pass by you. Tannen, go ahead and make a perception check with disadvantage, Tannen. Let's see what you see. Because it's cloudy, murky down here. Your Mariner's Honor really does help you get around. But as far as how you perceive this underwater world, it's tough.
How far is the swim to this buoy? Did we get to the buoy and now we're descending, or are we still on our way to the buoy?
I would say you swim most of the way to the buoy and then you dive down. And you're like, okay, I'm close enough that I should be able to figure out which one. It's right in front of you.
Okay.
So it shouldn't be hard. You're 15 feet from the buoy when you dive down. Tannen?
Oh god. So I got a 11. I'm going to use my ability to add D6, 1d6 to it. My wild card ability, loaded dice. Uh, and at this level, I can only one. So roll a d6.
Hell yeah.
So I got a 2, which means in total I got 13 for my wonderful perception.
Okay, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. You, yeah, Tana. You also look out. You see Bryony stop, right? And she seems to be scanning the waters for something. And you look around and you see this large, also large silhouette. And as Bryony begins to get into a different kind of posture, I don't know if it's part of her. It's hard to tell if it's part of her rage or part of her ritual. Bryony is a pretty mysterious figure herself, but as Bryony changes her posture as she follows his silhouette around, you manage to see coming in from the side a large, large, large mouth with many, many teeth.
Oh, awesome.
And this mouth is probably something you could swim into and not touch teeth. And that's where we're going to end today's episode. And we will deal with all of this next week.
Just so you know, I have it's not a big deal, but I have an inherent phobia of sharks. So this is I'm gonna get eaten. No.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
We can definitely adjust as needed.
It's not it's more in real life because I've actually seen sharks in real life. In fantasy games, it's fine, but I'm just imagining if I'm Tannen, he just sees teeth and a mouth and just oh no.
Oh fuck. Yes, yeah.
Have you ever seen that MythBusters, the MythBusters episode where they're in the water, they're diving, they're doing different diving myths, whatever. Grant Imahara, rest in peace, darling, hated the water, and he's in the water. He's in a full wetsuit and goes, "Something touched me!" and he screams like a 2-year-old, and it's just that's the way I'm picturing Tannen at this moment.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this is a pretty scary moment. Maybe Bryony's not that scared, but
Bryony knows that nothing in the water is as terrifying as the water itself.
it's someone you can breathe fine down here, and Tandem, we'll have to figure out how we get you to. I mean, you're fine holding your breath right now. We got to figure out how to get you to deal with the water itself. This ought to be interesting, especially with the chumming of the waters, and I think that was one of Fizz's abilities too. I'm not sure, but chum the waters, I think. The chumming of the dock, and then the inherent threat from below that we'll discover at the beginning of next week's episode. So let's go around and see our fantabulous players this week. And Tannen, Ian, can you tell us any closing thoughts on today's game?
As usual, fantastic. I also particular shout out Strider. I think this is the first time we've ever played together in one of these things. I think like the rest of us instantly fell in love with him. Just
good.
Voice, character, personality, your ability to yes and just great. I feel now it's something I need to work on because just everything seemed to flow so naturally when he just picked up. It felt like this was not my first time playing with him, honestly.
Awesome. And it was definitely I knew Strider would be easy enough to just slide on in here and integrate just as easy, and awesome. And let's speak of an easy integration into the lives of the people. Let's slide on down to Jillian. Jillian, can you introduce yourself? Tell us any closing thoughts on today, please.
Yeah, Jillian, that was yet another great game. Thank you guys for including me. I can't wait. We'll be back next week, I assume, Miss.
Yes.
And I actually have a Zoom call that is going to be imminent, so I must sign off. But I love you all, and I'll see you soon.
Yes. Thanks.
Bye.
Yes. Thank you so much, Jill. Sorry for keeping you so late.
Yeah,
And
it's all right.
yeah, awesome. We will.
see.
Let's see here. Okay, so Strider, what you got?
Fantastic pleasure to get the chance to be here. Ian, it's great to meet you and play a game. Good up, so I think my internet.
No, it's not your internet. You're good.
All right.
I'm just fine.
Yeah. I'm glad Cammy didn't get too obnoxious too quickly. Yeah, it's a pleasure. I like meeting people. I like meeting people who are good at their craft, and everyone here, it's top tier. I'm having fun. I was nervous since I don't know anything about this, but you guys got me integrated right away. As for me, I have an RPG game, computer video game I've been working on for a little while. So I want you, being whoever's hearing my voice, to come give it a try. I'll post a link on Twitter or something. I'm at Strider Heap. I can't think of anything else to say. It's a great time. I'm hyped to be here next week.
Okay. Yes. Thank you for everyone for yes. Sorry, I didn't account for this running this late, and then Jillian have to roll off. She has stuff she does online. Yes, and definitely Strider, definitely let us know in the Discord. Go and pop the link in the Discord, because as I'm sure most of us that are here are part of the Discord community. So just go ahead and pop the link in the Discord community if you'd like us to check out any of the stuff. I'm always willing to check out everything. So if you have something going on that you'd like us to see or get feedback on, hit us up.
If you have ever wanted to be an alpha tester for a game, I will send you a link.
Oh, I've been alpha testers, beta testers. I've done a little bit of everything in that manner. Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much. And we're glad to have you aboard. And I know it was a little bit of a slow, like today was a little bit of a slow session, but I really wanted to get some motivation behind doing what you're doing, and especially with Cammy, because it's really hard to bring someone in and then give them a motivation factor right away. It's like, hey, you're part of this. Congratulations. Now I need you to want to do this.
I'm a big fan of this whole everyone already knows each other thing. We were able to just pick up and get going like right away.
Yes, yeah, and that helps so much. At least if everybody's at least a little bit familiar with each other, it helps so much, especially in these short campaigns where it's only a handful of sessions long. Then it definitely helps out. So thank you so much for joining us, and so we'll finish up with Kat. Kat, who are you? Where can we find you? And closing thoughts on today.
I'm Kat. I'm at Clerk of Cord. You can find me hanging out mostly in Discord servers right now, but I will go check that link out on Twitter Strider. Wow. Okay. So first off, I have to say this. Strider's the GM that got me into GMing. Watching him GM is what got me into wanting to be a GM, and I was lucky enough to have him as a player the very first time I ever GM something. This is the first time we've ever sat at a table together and played, and I have been trying very hard not to fangirl about this. I'm keeping it together. Good. I'm calm. This is good. But there's still a part of me inside going, so it's when you get to meet your internet heroes. But anyway, so yeah, this is fun. I love Cammy. Cammy had me with that first pun. Bonnie loves Cammy. This is gonna be great. I just, Bonnie's a very, very simple soul. And so all the planning and everything just kind of goes right past her. She's, you point her at what you want and she'll shoot it. So she's looking forward to turning that little fish person into Chum himself. Um, to help with the wharf rats. That's her first shot. Because that wasn't very nice. I mean, regardless of the fact that Bonnie's entirely used to being covered in blood and guts, wasn't very nice. So she's going to turn him into Chum first. Anyways, so yeah, I'm really looking forward to next week. It's going to be fun. I've really been wanting to play some more with the mechanics of the renegade for fighter, and what they can do with a gun, and it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. Why did it have to be rats?
Shark rats at that. Yeah.
Even worse.
They're vicious little effers. But you know, wharf rats are easily killed here in Bilgewater. Though when they come out in droves, that's a little different story. But we'll find out what those possible motivations might be for such an incident happening. And next week, I know Ian knows. I know Ian knows who Fizz is, and maybe remembers how big of an asshole he is. But we'll see what happens next week. And thank you so much. Yeah, Kay, Trell, everybody who swung in by, PH, and love you guys. And we'll see everyone next week. And until then, have a great week. Tomorrow is Ventures in the Verse. That is our D&D 5e, our Dark Matter campaign, which is the 5e conversion into sci-fi that is not Spelljammer, but is super fucking awesome, and I love it. And Derek Sward's running that. Love Derek, super great guy. And we'll be back tomorrow with that, and we'll be back here with this next Friday. And yeah, we'll see what happens whenever Bonnie and Cammy get to deal with a bunch of wharf rats, and Tannen and Bryony get to deal with whatever it is that's swimming with them down below the water. So we'll deal with that then. Everyone have a great week. You guys are awesome. Unity is strength. Stay together, stay safe, take care of each other,